Hello, 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 and welcome to I'm not in the RTA lobby at the moment, which can only mean one thing. We're doing regular arena. I hope you guys are excited. I get to show off all of my... Literally, actually, no. So this is what you guys voted for. This is... Oh god, a review of every single one of my units that I use or try to use and that I love. Oh god, that's a mouthful. This is gonna be a long video. I don't know how in depth I'll go into everybody. Oh Jesus, this is gonna be a slog. I'll try to keep it brief. I'll try to make timestamps for everyone so that you guys can find who it is you want to find relatively easily, and then I can just kind of point y'all in the right direction. So I guess we start at the top. I always sort by grade because I'm a savage and that's just what I've always done. So y'all can judge me for that. This is Sirmia. She is pretty much just PvE focused, and by PvE I mean light expedition. I don't think I use her really anywhere else. She is purely relegated to light expedition, where she's the main damage dealer, so she doesn't need to be super fast. She's on border coin because I don't know. It doesn't matter. It makes her go faster, hit more times, and her EE is the extra attack one just to hit the light expedition a little bit more. Mr. Edward Elric. He is a pain in the ass to build because his HP stat honks. It is so stupidly difficult to get him to 100% crit chance, 20k HP. He's a mess of a unit, but if he goes off, he goes off. He mostly sees PvP play when they're kind of really going debuff heavy. He usually gets banned. Mine is hyper scuffed, so I don't really use him all that much. He's on a plus 18 Sigurd Scheich. And I don't have any extras, so Holiday Euphine, we can skip. She doesn't exist. Jacko, I used to have her built, not anymore. She's cute, that's fine. Ravi, I have her built on crit immunity, moderately low attack, but relatively high health. She is hyper squishy, and has some not complete kind of scuffy gear like this. I don't know what that is. But I occasionally draft her if, I don't know, I remember that she exists, but I rarely do. So she doesn't get a lot of play. Adventurer Ross, I had him built until very recently. He got replaced by someone you'll see later. Cecilia, she is almost entirely used as a tank in my expeditions, namely the light expedition and the... Oh, God. One of the other ones. I think light and dark? And the green one, the grass one. I don't remember their names. How can anyone remember their names? So she's entirely PvE. I would never slam this in PvP, not in a long shot. This is my lovely Charlotte. I love her to bits. Bits. I love her to bits. Boy, don't have a lisp when you say the word bits. She's on immunity and then an offset because it's really just about getting the stats you need. She doesn't need crit set. She doesn't really need any set. I'd probably want to go for like HP or defense, but I just have her on a broken set because that's what works for me. Obviously I have her on the CR exclusive equipment. It helps push her up, helps her cycle because she is slow. I swapped her from Symbol of Unity to Holy Sack just to kind of give me a last-ditch effort of winning. So far, it has not come up, which is, not pretty good. If it doesn't come up, then it works. And I won, hopefully. And then Symbol of Unity went on Zahaku. We'll see you later. Ilinov, I made this in lieu of the buffs. She hopefully will do something at some point, but right now she's really bad. Lilias also made her in lieu of the buffs. I have a plus 30 Ancient Dragon Legacy because ML Leica was an absolute pain in the ass to get, and I got 5 Ancient Dragon Legacies before I pitied Leica. So, I have her built. 50% crit chance because that is what she will need with her buff. Decent health, decent defense, pretty speedy. Hopefully she works how everyone is hoping that she works, in that she kind of counters Lua, which would be great because Lua sucks, and I hate her. I winter. I don't draft her a lot. Maybe I should. She has high effectiveness. She is my Grace of Growth unit. I don't know. Maybe I should pick her more. I don't know. She's a pain in the ass whenever I face her, but I never draft her. She's one of those units where it's like, oh, I should use her at some point, but you just never do. Also, I really don't like her sprite, her model, because why she have huge waist and her abdomen is literally like a giraffe neck. I cannot unsee it. She's got, like, how does it attach? She's like a weird bird creature. Whatever it does. It's, who cares? Kayron, he is on Moonlight Dreamblade because I'm a savage. And he's also on the S1 to increase his thing. He is on crit, no ER except for that 5% that I can't get rid of. He is just meant as a backup, a last-ditch resort if Cleave doesn't have any strippers for some reason, and then he's just essentially a hard stopgap for them. Haven't seen him much too often, as people have just been having strippers, and like Zeo and nonsense like that. Also, Karina is super high in the meta, and if they pick Karina, Kayron can't kill a Karina. Like, not a chance in hell he can kill a Karina. So he's on the back burner, but maybe he'll show up again. Bihu, I wish I could use you more. I have no idea how to draft you or where. He's kind of like a pusher, but I don't know. I can't make him hyper fast without getting rid of some of his bulk. Where is your crit damage coming from, buddy? Oh, ew. What is this neck? Ew. Oh, okay, well, it had speed, so I guess that's why I put it on him. I like his design. I like using him. I just can't figure out how to do that. Hopefully, I'll use him more. I have a lot of units built, and it's hard for me to choose while I'm doing RTA, especially now that I've been on an aggro kick. Bomb Model Kana, you should build her. She's on hyper scuff gear. I have a 67 neck on her because I don't know why. She is purely for the Grass Expo. She's very good in the Grass Expo. If you're having trouble with the Grass Expo, build her. She's very good. I use her with Mercedes in there, who will come up later. Elagos, he's my handsome man. Hopefully he pushes someone back. I have him on Sachet to push everybody up if somebody gets the kill. He's really just kind of as a backup or something to kind of scare opponents away because they don't know how fast he is. But now everyone will know how fast he is, and I'll get wrecked. Summertime Assyria. Oh, I still have her built. She's good. Hard to find places for in my play style. Also, she's literally almost unusable unless she has a plus 30 Star of the Deep Sea, which I do not have. So nothing is more tilting than S1ing, and just nothing happens. So yeah. Melissa, nothing built, but I'd like to build her in the future if she ever gets a buff. Mercedes, counter crit set. She is a bulky bitch. Oh, I shouldn't say that. A bulky bits. Bulky bits. This is just your atypical. This is just your typical Mercedes build. Bulky, no speed, on counter. She hits stuff, and she hits stuff hard, hopefully. But again, it's hard to find a spot for her because she's just hyper slow. Millum, my darling. Hopefully, I can get a plus 30 Dragon Knuckles and get her up to SS Imprint, which would be phenomenal because that would give her about 3.9k attack, maybe more. And then she has good bulk, she has speed, and then good crit damage. I just want her to kind of be a pain in the ass on crit damage set and pen set. Yeah. I like how she is used. I should use her more, but we'll have to see. She's hard to use correctly. I don't know. Polly, just your average, usual Polly, holding book as Pollys do. Again, I don't draft her all that often. Just because it's outside of my play style. But yeah, this is Polly. Yeah, I wish she was bulkier, but this DPS and bulk is difficult. I could just make her a Millum, but that's fine. Researcher Carrot. She's all right. Her attack's a bit low, because I keep switching gear on and off of her, because I don't use her all that often. She's on book because S3 into S1 just kind of nukes someone every now and then. Yeah, she's not bad. Tenebria, don't use. Acades, don't use. Keys in an eye. She's missing a boot. I kind of gave her gear to other people. I want to get better gear for her, because obviously everyone loves Keys in an eye. She's on Warhorn because she is slow. But yeah, I won't spend a lot of time on Kizuna because she's counter to S1 and cleanse a debuff is nice. But talk about units that are hard to draft. She is hard to draft, but I will eventually get her better gear. Maybe 200 effect resist, more health, stuff like that. We'll have to see. Tamarin. PvE, built pretty much how you would expect a Tamarin to be built. Effect resist, effectiveness, speed, health, defense. She's just an amalgam of unused gear. It's fine. Shu. Ugh, Shu. I haven't been playing standard much, so I haven't been drafting her a lot. She is a pain in the ass. She's on counter pen, and yes, I know that pen doesn't do a lot for her, but that's just where I was able to reach the stats that I needed to reach for her. So she's on pen. Like ideally I'd have her on crit set, but I don't have good crit set anymore. At least no good crit necks or crit boots. Like, how am I gonna get rid of this boot? Like, I can't get rid of this boot. Not on your life. Yeah, Luna, she is for the fire expedition. That's not really much to say. Rem, she got stripped, so don't expect to see her for a while. She's just kind of Sigrid. I thought I didn't have her built. Sorry, I gave all of her gear from Sigrid to Alexa. Yep. Karina. It's Karina. I've altered mine a little bit. I used to have her on much higher effect resistance, but I gave up on that just because she wasn't doing enough damage. She was doing good damage, but not quite enough. She's on a plus 21 rocket punch, which sucks because it is the same. Boy, it's the same deal as Ciceria's artifact and what's the other artifact? Senya's artifact, where if it just doesn't proc, you cry on the inside and you're like, okay, well, I guess 85% chance is just low. Anyway, she's on speed, health, defense, effect res, pretty good effectiveness. I don't know that I did that intentionally, but it worked out because she does want some effectiveness to be able to, defense break people, so that's fine. Crow. I don't use him. At this point, he's just kind of a worse Yolha, so I don't use him. Summer Break Charlotte. Again, do not use her because she's not great. Yeah, I don't know how else to go into that. Ran, he's on a plus 30 RNL. That is it, because I don't have enough speed gear, and he is very much not my playstyle. So I don't use him. Alexa, she is Wyvern Slayer lady. She kills wyverns. She does it pretty well. Wait, why are you on plus 29? What am I missing? Did I not fully... What am I missing? Oh, that'd be helpful. Huh. I'm dumb. Okay, so I thought she was plus 30. I thought I was done with you, lady. Okay. Yeah. She kills wyverns. She does it really well. Cerise, she's just on leftover effectiveness and quote unquote speed gear. She is just meant to help out with the light. Yes. And maybe the dark. I'll have to put her on the dark, but the dark's not in rotation at the moment, so I can't really do that. Yes. Lua, she got stripped. She is usually banned. And as much as I love her character and her design, I hate playing against her. So, no. Seaside Balana, I use mine in Wyvern because she is still making up for the crimes that she committed about 2 to 3 years ago when she just ran rampant. So she's relegated to Wyvern duty for the rest of her life? Pretty much, yeah. Arya, yes, I know. She has relatively low defense and health. That's fine. Because mine is a bit quicker than most Aryas, unless they're going like full degen speed Arya. And this is where I like her. Obviously, I'd like more health. That will come with more Scroll of Shadows. Obviously, I'd like more defense. That will come with the imprints. But I do like where her effect res is at, and her crit damage. She doesn't really need a hyper amount because she does scale off of defense, and crit damage helps with that. But for what I use her for, she works. Edda, hater, not built. Fairy Tale Tenebria, I haven't gotten to use this because I don't know where. I have mine built on a... oh my god. On a DPS build. I'd like, on last tea time of all things, I'd like to be able to use her, but I don't know where or how, but maybe she'll show up in a video one day. Lulika, my queen. She is a PvE queen, just like Tamarin is for me. She's in Wyvern. She's in the Fire Expo. She's in the Light Expo. No, wait, I changed her out of the Light Expo. She's in the Dark Expo, I think. I love Lulika. She's so cute. She's a little gremlin. One of my favorite characters of all time. Amid, she was on counter build. She's taken over the ban slot. Don't use her. I don't like her. Momo, don't have her built. Used to. She used to be my frontline tank for Wyvern. That's why she's crying. But not anymore. DN, she is my frontline tank. For Wyvern. Because she's just Momo but has an attack buff. And no, I don't do one-shots of Wyvern because that is just too much time that I don't want to spend doing Wyvern. I literally just do Wyvern typically overnight. So I don't really need it to be fast because I'll just wake up anyway. Elena used to have her built. Don't anymore. Yeah. Alencia used to have her built. Don't have her much anymore. The poor granny lady, I know. I love Alencia, and I'd love to build her, but I feel like I would need injury gear, and I don't farm whomever drops injury gear, so Probably not. Arunka, I still have her built. One day she'll get a buff. Today is not that day. Lilibet, I built her for a bit just because Lilibet is up there with Lulika and Laika of my favorite units. I should probably get her just to have her on something. Oh yeah, you can't do that. Where's a something that I can take from someone? Would need to be speed set. Ew. Why do I have to give? It's a placeholder gear. This is what you came to this for, right? Just watch me mindlessly scroll through my gear. Sure, you can have this little girl. That's fine. Yeah, whatever. Just throw gear on her so she looks complete, even though it says plus 12. I love her design. Hopefully she'll get another buff, a second buff, a third buff. I don't know. Lilibet's gotten a lot of buffs. I just wish she was better. But I love her anyway. Rimuru, avert your eyes. This is my full degen Rimuru. DPS just doesn't. Whoopsies. DPS just doesn't work for me. That's just not how. That's just not how I like to play for Rimuru specifically. Because people know how to deal with him in terms of not proccing him or proccing him so he doesn't get a buff. So this is just meant to be a pain in the ass to deal with. And hopefully not get stripped by various people. Euphine, I had her built, I wanted to use her, and then no. Yeah, no. Zahak, he has been a new addition, and he's a mainstay currently on my aggro teams. 261 speed on plus 30 Symbol of Unity on the attack buff. EE on pen set. He is very good. I have mine kind of bulky. 1k defense, 11.5k HP. I feel like he does very good work. He helps me take care of Aiden. He helps me take care of some units and help set up my straws, which is very, very useful. So he's a wonderful character. He's also freaking dead. Armin used to have built, but she was holding an Elbrus that I needed to give somebody else. Charles, not built. He's kind of bad. I know other people love him a lot, but Mort. It is Mort. This is the person that took all of the Ancient Inheritance injury gear. I could theoretically put it on Alencia, but I think it's funnier on Mort, who is on plus 21 Elbrus. He's on his increased defense break chance. He's also a pain in the ass to build because his defense is like laughably low. But he's fun to use. Every now and then he'll come out and say hi. Senya. I should pick her more. I have mine on kind of an effectiveness build on bulky. She's fun. There's just Arwells everywhere. There's hand guys everywhere because he's currently off my banned list. I don't know. Maybe I could use her more because she's really fun. And I know I could build effect resistance, but I would need like 200 effect resist to be like useful. And I'd rather have on effectiveness just to kind of throw people off. Yoha, one of my favorite tanks, and I'm so glad that people are finally seeing that she's incredibly useful, and that having a green crow that gains health when she S3s, very useful. Mine is thick. With some effectiveness, no effect res. Maybe she should have some effect res, but I don't care enough. I like her being able to redirected provoke people into her. Ideally, hopefully maybe one day I can get her to 3.2k health, or 32,000, sorry, 32k. But we'll just have to wait and see if that ever happens. Celine, I have her built. Don't ask me about her. I don't use her a lot. This build is gross. I don't like it. Violet, he sucks. I gave his Moonlight Dreamblade away because he can't do his job anymore, and there's just better evasion units. Like the fastest unit that I own, because I like having a bunch of moderately fast units as opposed to one hyper fast unit. Mine is bulky, 287 speed, currently on Guiding Light because Guiding Light is OP. And then a good chunk of effectiveness. She's able to hit a decent amount of people. I've been kind of on a Flitica bend, so I haven't been drafting her a lot, but I should because I love Leica. She's on her increased sleep chance for the for her EE. Yeah, don't know what else to say. This is Leica. She is lovely. 16 speed, 17 speed, 21 speed, 18 speed, 18 speed. So if I got her above 20 speed on each piece of gear, she'd easily be able to hit 300. But that speed is not something you work towards. Speed is something that randomly happens. So yeah, that'll happen one day. Iseria, she is on PvE duty. She is in the Light Expedition, and that's it. Yeah. And sometimes I use her in a, not Abyss. Sometimes in Abyss. Sometimes, oh God. What's the only other lab? Yeah, lab. Landy. Mine's on Bloodstone because I don't have another Guiding Light. She would be on Guiding Light if she had one. Decent bulk, decent attack, decent speed. She's just decent all around. Not a very exciting unit. If she had Guiding Light, she'd be much better, but she does not, so she rarely shows up. Igiselle, this is definitely a unit. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could slot her into aggro, but that's such a weird thing to add. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and flex people with her and they won't expect it. Vivian, she is on Banshee, and I know her stats are like crazy good for Banshee, but that's what I need her to be. So yeah, she's on the health EE. Gives herself 50% CR when she S3s, just to make her kill stuff better. Yeah. Destina, my love. She is on her CR pushing F-Res EE on a plus 15 Ice Guardian crystals, Guardian Ice crystals. I love her. She's very bulky, good speed, high effect resistance that no matter how high. So with this, she's about 220 because this, and then plus her 60, she's 280. Still gets debuffed by every pirate flan that exists. So yeah, hopefully, usually winters can't debuff her, but they're still a pain. Yeah, she's great. I'm very happy with her. Once I get back into standard gameplay, she'll probably show up a lot. Roana, this is just my hate draft pick into whatchamacallit. She is on so many broken sets because she just needs to stand there and have people counter into her. That is her entire job, so she's not on the best gear ever. Yeah. Sharoon, I have mine on counters, still waiting for the day she gets a buff, but for now she just exists, which is very sad because I like her. She just does negative damage, and yeah, she doesn't heal, she doesn't do anything, she just kind of is a lump. Yeah. Camilla, used to have her built, she was mostly PvE. General Purgus, never had him built, he's an angry cat man. Lionheart Sirmia, this is someone that I'm sure you'll all are very aware of. Mine is 1.9k defense, 14.5k HP, 178 speed, 268 crit damage. on life steal on Proof of Valor. She is a very, very, very bulky girl, and she does the job that I need her to do when I need her to do it. And she can very easily solo people. So I'm very happy with how my Lionheart Sturmia is. Little Queen Charlotte, she's not on pen set, but she should be. Mine's on immunity. She doesn't get picked all that often, just because there's so much mitigation everywhere, and she's a lot of the issue with a lot of these units that you'll find is that they're hyper slow, and there's not really much you can do about that. So unless she's heavily defended, she doesn't get picked a lot. But when she does get the bonk, it is a good bonk. Bellion, I hate this unit. She's on counter and bullshit. She has 27k HP. She's just meant to be a pain in the ass to cleave players. I honestly have been thinking about making an ER Bellion just to screw with cleave even more on the off chance that she is not banned, which she usually is. But I think that would be funny. Maybe one day. Now she's just she's just a lump that sits there and hopefully disrupts their game plan. Fighter Maya, nice butt. Last Rider Crow, I have built him in anticipation of his new buffs. Hopefully he will be used soon. Pretty good effect res, pretty good speed, pretty good HP, and some decent defense. Hopefully he'll be used. He's on High Leg Lance to kind of... I win regardless. If they hit him, then obviously I get a turn decrease. If they don't hit him, he gets pushed up. And with speed buff and 222 speed, he'll kind of be zooming if they're not going for him. So either way, I get more turns, and I feel like that might be the best artifact for him at this time. Obviously, things could change. ROL. Boy, she's a pain in the ass. Love using her, though. I don't know why they gave her cat ears, but she has cat ears now on her hood, which is cool. She's a pain in the ass, and I love using her. Aiden. This is the Aiden that never dodges. I stole Violet's Moonlight Dreamblade. I honestly, since I changed it to her, she has not dodged once. So... maybe she has. She has been having a rough start with Moonlight Dreamblade. So I might put her back on her artifact. This is just meant to give her the attack buff like before her counterattack, as opposed to hers, which does the counterattack and then gives her attack buff. I'll keep testing it out on her, see how it works. She's just meant to do big damage. So yeah, pretty good. Spirit Isoline, I'd like to have her built, but boy, she's not great and she's difficult to build. Tempest Urn, same thing as her. I'm just saying that they're sisters just because they both start with S, even though Tempest Urn technically starts with T, and it's fine, don't worry about it. I would also like her. Why is she on what? Why are you? Wait, where are you? Why are you on freaking torn sleeve? Oh my god. She'll be bit one day, maybe. Who knows? Astromancer Elena. I don't use her all that often. Mine is kind of on a bulky damage build. She's all right. She's cute. She's a maniac, but she's cute. Flitica. This is my Flitica. 278 speed, 100% crit chance, obviously 135 effectiveness, because I do not have speed DPS gear, or at least not a lot and not very fast speed DPS gear, so she's on effectiveness because that's what she does. I have her imprint on this because I don't need 27% more effectiveness. It might be nice for being able to debuff the high ER units, but for now it's fine. She is on Song of Stars, mostly as set up for Leica, who we will be going over soon. But yeah, this is my Flitica. I've unbuilt and rebuilt her at least 8 times over the course of my having her. And at the moment, she is now built until somebody comes by who does her job better. AOL, why aren't you on a sword? Why aren't you on a sword? I think I just changed her sword over to someone else. Yeah, that works. Mine. Oh, I didn't actually hit the button. I'm dumb. Yeah, this. Yep, $0. Sure, that's fine. Mine has pretty good effectiveness. Some effect res as well. Moderately bulky, moderately speedy. She's just. I mean, you don't need me to explain how much of a pain in the ass AOL is. Cute as a button though. Pain in the ass. Leica. This is my Leica. I slowed her down and gave her some more attack. I gave her more attack just to be able to hopefully kill stuff with her. I'd like more imprints, but I've only ever gotten like 2 Leicas in my career of green Leicas, and they both went into the one Leica that I have. Obviously, I'd like to also build a DPS green Leica at some point, but that is a work in a lot of progress that first must begin when I get another Leica, which has not happened yet. She'll get more attack as she gets imprints. She's all right. Do I regret pitying her? Not on your life, buddy. Sage Ball. He is meant to disrupt the opponent. He has, with this, he has 244 effect resistance. Pretty good effectiveness. He's just going to cut, hopefully, put everybody to sleep, even though he never does. But that is his job, and that is what he is good at. So, one day. Silverblade Araminta. I've always wanted to build her. I have not done it yet. So, whoops. Solitaria. You annoying piece of crap. She's on my plus 27 Abyssal. And she's kind of bulky. 263 speed. 65 effectiveness. Obviously, she'll get more effectiveness if I ever get another Eda ever. But she's fine for now. 162 effect resistance to kind of prevent people from pushing her back or debuffing her or, stuff like that. She's a general nuisance. I should use her more, but again, I have a lot of units built because I like a lot of units, so it's hard for me to pick and choose when I'm drafting. DJB, my savior and my god. I have him built because look at those abs, and also he is my wife's favorite character, so I felt I had to give him due justice. So this is his build. If we wanna take a quick look at his build more in depth, so this is his build. I think it's pretty good. He's kind of bulky. Look at these. He's kind of bulky there. See over there. This kind of bulky. He's got good speed. Look at those legs. Those are legs that move fast. Also, the cat is fast, so like he's got a good build. And then yeah. So this is my DJB. But yeah. Anyway, 248 speed, 224 effect res to hopefully not ever get debuffed ever, but he still does. On Eternus to help cut and push everybody up. Moon Bunny, this is DJB number 2. The same 263 speed, moderately bulky, at 201 effect res on Doctor's Bag to Cleanse. She is mostly brought into Silly because Silly is a pain in the ass. But I think I'm gonna ban Silly again because I just hate her so much. And having to draft 2 cleansers just for Sea Lily, or else they'll just ban your 1 cleanser and then you're slower than a 300 speed unit. I don't want to get into a rant about Sea Lily. If I ever get one, I will record myself throwing her in the garbage. So look forward to that at some point. Royal of Light. She was once built. She is not. Apocalypse Ravi. I have changed mine into quote unquote an effect res build. With Strox Gauntlet, she has 120 effect res, which is enough to usually not get debuffed by most DPS units, which is hilarious when a damage poly or something like that tries to stun her, or debuff her, and she just resists everything, and it is phenomenal. She's on no speed, all HP def, 97 crit chance, 278 crit damage on pen counter. This is just how I like my Aravi. A lot of people like her on speed, proof of valor, but I find those ones are incredibly easily controlled. So mine's a little bit tougher. She's a pain in the butt. She's won me definitely a handful of games, just being annoying. So yeah, that's great. Bad Cat Armin, I had her built. She was underwhelming. So she's still kind of holding some gear, but not a lot. Designer Lilibet, she is another one of my favorite units. I should draft her more. She's a bit slow, 192 speed, but hopefully with 40% CR cut, she can do a moderate amount of damage. Mine is like full Unga Bunga damage. On Portrait of Savior, almost 300% crit damage. That 0.2% off crit chance, if that ever kicks me in the ass, I will cry on stream. Kitty Clarissa, I mostly just use her for PvE, as you can see from her holding Junkyard Dog. Yep, PvE, Goddess, Abyss, Goddess, build her if you have her, for Abyss specifically. Lone Cresapolana, I have mine on Lifesteal because she can heal a lot. I could make her like hyper angry bulky or hyper angry damage because I have her on speed boots, but I like having her at 195 speed because then she can actually do something and actually get a turn, which is where I would like her to be. I don't like units who just kind of sit there and just exist. Like, I want my units to get a turn and hopefully help out. Martial Arts Ken, he is exactly the same as he was in that video. I don't have him built. He's horrible. No. Strays. This is my big damage strays. Straws. Wow, it doesn't matter. Yeah, mine's just full Unga Bunga damage. If he doesn't have attack buff, he will usually kill the tank. If he is on attack buff, he will decimate the world. Which is how I like him. I wish he had more defense to make him a little bit bulkier. But hey, what are you going to do? I have him only on SS Imprint because I don't want to buy the last one in the shop, and I'm just waiting for a dupe of him because I'm lazy and I like having gold transmit stones. So yeah. FCC, had her built, not anymore. Shadow Knight Phyllis. Had her built, not anymore. Assassin Coley, had her built, most of her gear went to Flitica. BBK, mine is an effect res BBK. I never really have an opportunity to draft her. She's fine. Maybe I should draft her one day into people that don't know what they're doing. Violet, mine is a relatively bulky lad. Got good damage on pen set, good speed. He is on Shepherd of the Hollow. Yeah, he's pretty good. You just need to make sure there's no strip anywhere ever. And also 70% is a lie. Wanda, my baby, it's Wanda. She is on an offer you can't refuse because she has a lot of single target attacks and that she has exclusively single target attacks. And that penetration is very nice. And then she pushes people up if she should kill someone, which is very nice. I like some effectiveness on her. Her attack is relatively low, but she is bulkier. She does have some speed. She has good effectiveness. She's just exactly where I want her, and as a Wanda simp, I love her. She has a bow, man. She has a red bow. What's not to love? Bryce Syria, she is my fast. She's probably one of my faster DPS units. 245 speed, 270 crit damage, but with a plus 27 Misha, she's almost 300. I look forward to the day where I miss an Aiden because of the 1% chance that I do not have to hit her. So look forward to that. But yeah, 245 speed, 3.775 attack. She's relatively self-sufficient. With attack buff, she just chews through everyone. Sigrid. My Sigrid is slow. Because I don't use her all that often, and when I do choose her, sometimes she does stuff. Pirate Captain Flan. This is my Pirate Captain Flan. I wish she was bulkier, but it's hard to get like an I have like this ring. Look at this ring. I want this to be HP percent with attack being the lower, but what are you gonna do? This is just what I have, and I cannot replace it at the moment. I wish she was bulkier, but otherwise she has good effectiveness. She has good speed, pretty much everything that I like. She's on my plus 30 Star of the Deep Sea. Yeah, that's her. Archdemon Mercedes. I don't draft her all that often. I probably should. I have mine on high effectiveness. So in the unlikely event that she actually does land a seal, she should land the seal. And then she's on Fairy Tale for a Nightmare to help buff her damage, because I don't have any crit chance or crit damage. So most of the damage will be coming from that, and hopefully getting her to the S3. Stene, this is your run-of-the-mill damage Stene. She's on pen speed, almost 3.7k attack, 200 speed, pretty much 100% crit chance, and 308 crit damage. On book, because there's no other artifact to run her on, apparently. Top model Lulica, most of her gear went to Leica, so she's unfortunately naked, or fortunately naked. Zeo, this is my Zeo. He is a mixed bag with 3k attack, no defense or health, because hopefully he'll be, deified. 255 speed is enough to be able to outspeed pretty much anything, speed imprints notwithstanding. 50% crit chance, 262 crit damage, and then 145 effectiveness, because I am a terrorist, and I have him on Time Matters to be able to do more damage, because 144.5 should be enough to be able to debuff most anything. It should even be able to hit like DGBs and stuff, but it's fine. Inos 2.0, she's on Sacred Tree Grant. I want her to be on what's it called? Eternus as well. I need another plus 30 Eternus so that she can be DJB number 2, because she is faster, about the same bulk, but effectiveness about the same as well, 230 with her effect res buff, and then pretty good effectiveness as well. So yeah, eventually she'll be on Eternus, and then you might see her a bit more. Right now, she's not great because she's just too slow and can't cut. DDR, mine is on Celestine, counter, and hit set. He's got a good amount of effectiveness, almost no ER because, and then very good bulk. He can win the game by himself should he choose to. He usually doesn't. That's pretty much all of the units that I use. Sinji isn't used anymore. Baiken is my Banshee Slayer. Ram isn't used. Specimen says I have him newly built on counter and nonsense. Maybe he'll get used one day. Shuri, unused. He's mostly just PvE. Unused. Free spirits on free gear. And that's pretty much all of my units. These are all the units that I use at any given time, or would like to use a little bit more. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I will have timestamps out. This is the end of the video, so you're probably not hearing this, but I will do my best to get the timestamps out in an appropriate amount of time. But again, I am lazy and I am dumb, so bear with me. They'll happen. But yeah, that is my account and my units in a nutshell. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informative, even though I could not tell you a single word of what I said in the past 49 minutes at this point. So yeah, have a great day.